Something Bunkum number 9, the audio upgrade. As it is, I have recognized for a while that I need to upgrade my audio. I need to upgrade my video. I need to upgrade my software. I need to upgrade my haircut. There's a lot of things I need to, but specifically to upgrade my audio. There's a few things, a few issues that have brought this to my mind. First and foremost is I'm spending about half of the time that I'm editing these videos, I'm spending it trying to correct the audio. I don't mean like shape the audio and make it sound cool. I mean correct the audio. That's a problem because, well, it's time, you know, shit in, shit out style. And this has become most apparent to me in some of the interview style things. And the reason is because my microphone is that big. Listen, okay? It works. Dick jokes. There's this whole attenuation, I keep on saying attenuation, degradation. Actually, attenuation, I think is the right word. Attenuation of signal. And I forget the actual metrics, but it's something along the lines of, for the layperson, the closer you are to the mic, the louder it is, right? Well, the thing is, as you move away from the microphone, like from the mic, like it is exponentially quieter. There's something insidious about it you might not think about, because the idea is, let's say there's a sound way over there and then you're on the mic. Well, if you're within the pattern of that mic, you probably won't hear that at all. It won't pick it up. But if you're way back here, even though you're way closer and that's way further away, it's like the sound perceived is that sound becomes a problem. My current setup is pretty simple. It's my Røde VideoMic Me and my iPhone 6s. That's it. The Røde VideoMic Me, it has a TRRS connection, so it can actually work with a smartphone. That means it has 4 rings on it rather than 3 or 2. Wait, is that right? Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. It's got 3 rings on it instead of 2, which is stereo. 1, which is mono. What? Plugs in, and it's only this big. It's a shotgun mic, which is nice. The iPhone 6s microphone, I believe it's omnidirectional, so it picks up pretty well. You want what's in front of you. I want it to be, hey, what's up? Here it is. Let's say that I'm rolling around with this thing on a tripod, you know, trying to pick up noise from an interview. Unless I'm like right up on those people, it's not going to work. Right now, I'm probably 3 feet away, almost a meter away. And that's probably as far away from the microphone as you want to get on this guy. Among other things, just to reiterate, I'm using an Arkon tripod. It's one of those on your desk type tripods. And I also have a much older photography tripod found in my basement. It's very sturdy, but it's kind of a pain in the ass to use. It's called a Comet, which is cool. I went on a bit of an expedition through my house. Do I have audio equipment enough to cobble together kind of a system so I don't have to spend more money? The fast and easy route would be just get on Amazon or whatever and buy a bunch of new digital cool stuff, like a whole station, drop $2,000. I ain't got that money, so I want to work with what I have. As I'm a musician and my brother is a musician, it's pretty amazing like the kind of stuff you can just find lying around. So I went rummaging and I pretty much found all the stuff that I could use to upgrade my audio without having to buy anything. So a while ago I had bought a Behring Eurorack mixer. It is the MXB1002. From what I understand, you can't buy it anymore because I bought it 12 or 14 years ago. It's been a minute. And you know, honestly, I never really used it, but it's a good mixer. It's sitting next to me. I'm looking at it right now. The problem, of course, with it is it's 12 or 14 years old. So, you know, USB, computers, like, it's got RCA on it, RCA jacks. That was the bomb.
RCA's the bomb.
It's got a bunch of XLRs and 1/4-inch inputs. Only cost $100 at the time. I got a bunch of cables, some short, and so that, you know, I don't have the cable hell on my desk. I found several Y splitters. A few of them are, or one of them is 1/4-inch female plugs to a stereo 1/8-inch plug. Comes in handy. And then I have another Y splitter, which it has 2 mono 1/8 inches that go into a single stereo. And that's the basis of my setup. Now, of course, I get all this stuff. I'd actually just bought an XLR cable for my microphone, which is a Shure which is a sure thing, which is a Shure BG 1.0. I don't know if that's a good mic or not. It's a dynamic mic. It seems pretty solid. As I've recorded a little bit with it, it seems all right. And I realized as I set it all up, oh yeah, I need to monitor this stuff. Oops. So that's actually where that splitter comes in, that is the two monos into a stereo, because that's actually what plugs into my computer. Well, on a MacBook, or at least my MacBook Air, the 2017, the phone in is also a line out, which is nice, because that splitter, it sends that mono line back to my mixer, and I've got that set up with a mono 1/8 inch to RCA. Boom! Into the mixer, dang, just turn that shit up, and I can monitor myself. I set it all up, as you can see here in a second. It worked well. It worked well. The problem that I noticed was in my headphones, I was hearing this hum. That's probably because I have maybe 4 adapters, and all of this is analog. But I've kind of got at least one time where I have stereo going into a mono, and then stereo coming into a mono. I don't know if that's causing a hum, but the hum is only in my earphones. It's not in the actual recording. So whatever I get out of my board, clean signal, sounds good. And once I get done with that that track, I'll let you guys hear it. I'm wondering if maybe I should move over to this audio setup for something Bunkum. So what I'm going to try to do is that. And that means I'm going to have to match audio because I'm recording audio separately than video at that point, rather than recording it all into the iPhone 6S. That causes a little bit extra work, but it should allow for a much better sound overall. Except I have a problem, which you may have already guessed, those savvy enough to know. Right now I'm using the iPhone 6S to record video right here. Using Filmic Pro, that's the video application. And I'm using it also for audio with Filmic Pro and that Røde VideoMic Me. So let's say I try to go through a board, right? So I've got my new microphone, or my Shure microphone, boom, into the board, and then it comes out, and where does it plug into? I don't have an audio recorder. If I plug it into my phone, well, where does the microphone go? Because the microphone only has an out. It doesn't have an in. This is a problem. And even if it did, even if I could, and I did try it, I do not have the TRRS adapter that would go from my microphone into my iPhone. So it won't work anyway. And to make things even more complicated, I'm not 100% sure, but usually microphone levels, they're really, really quiet. And then you have line levels, which are essentially amplified. The board, I'm pretty sure, does a line level. Pretty sure. So I'm not positive that my iPhone could withstand a line level rather than a mic level. Because my VideoMic Me doesn't have any kind of amplifier whatsoever on it, and it sounds pretty good, which would be mic level. I don't know. I don't even want to mess with that. Having like weird wires hooked up to my iPhone. That's not what I want to do. So I need an audio recording device. So I got my computer, and that's what I'm going to use for this test. We'll see how that works. I'll probably record it, I don't know, maybe with Audacity. That might be the easiest thing, or GarageBand. I'll probably do it with GarageBand and just see what happens there. Okay, so that is the audio upgrade, but it's the interim audio upgrade. I've cobbled together a bunch of older sound equipment to make a better sound. That's what I'm currently doing in the interim. Eventually, I want to start building an actual audio base that's a lot more contemporary. Here in a couple days, like literally like a day and a half or something like that, the H1N Zoom audio recorder that I ordered should come in. Now, I could have gone for the H4. I didn't want to drop $300. The H1N is around $100, $130. You can get them in bundles and such. From what I understand and what I've researched, they actually do pretty well. Of course, they record in stereo, which is great, but if I'm doing microphone like for music or for this, from what I understand, you're supposed to record in mono and you just get a better signal. There's really no reason to record in stereo unless you're trying to simulate multiple things in a room, you know, that would have sound coming from different places. Oops, I believe I can actually plug my mic into H1N and then use it as an audio recording device. I can bounce that stereo track into mono. I should be getting some pretty good audio. Or, if I want to, use my microphone, run it through my board, phantom power if need be. I don't need to do that. It's a dynamic mic. what am I thinking? Get my levels right, boom, record into the H1N, and then I'll have audio on it, which is high quality, and video on this, which is pretty good quality, especially for a podcast. That's my current goal. What I would like from you all, those of you who know stuff about audio, film, etc., give me suggestions. What do you think about this setup? And how can I improve it? Is it just shit and I should throw it all away? Or can I actually ostensibly improve it little by little? So if there was something that was a life changer, boom, $300, and I need it, like that is something that can grow and I can upgrade around it, and it's sort of like basis for an even better system, I'm willing to listen to it. But if it's just, hey, let me put on my fedora real quick and or my trilby, whatever the hell it's called, and be like, oh, I can't believe you would buy that audio. I don't want that, right? Anyway, so give me your suggestions if you will. This is part 1 of the audio upgrade. Part 2 will be once I actually get the Zoom H1N and I've got it all set up and I can talk about the different ways I'm using it and the different projects I'm using it for. Because the whole idea is to do a lot with it, not just the one thing. So that'll be part 2. That's for the future. So, bam! Goddamn. It's a whole thing, like, about shit coffee versus gourmet coffee. Because I drink a lot of shit coffee, and I enjoy it.